The womb field is a primordial gateway of its own, a technology that connects with the waters of time and memory, of the womb on Earth, and the cosmic womb field. If you've been watching along, I have been on a journey with the Sophia crystalline grid to help activate and anchor the tree of return, which is a bridge harmonic in the planetary network, and merge it with the rainbow bridge frequency through the mirror gate, which is a lens in a recursive inversion that reflects back time. My next stop with anchoring this triad is an activation that allows it to meet and merge with the eye of the dragon and project the harmonic arc to Argentina, where it will descend through the physical womb field of the earth for the Ouroboros to meet its tail. So today we are going to be talking about why the physical womb gate connecting to the earth field is the key to closing the Ouroboros, and if need be, the only one that is needed to be physically embodied in form. But first, if you're interested in cultivating a deeper connection with your own womb field and being a bridge between Earth and the All, I am hosting a Womb Waters Priestess initiation on October 25th and 26th. It's a hybrid program with 2 live practices on the 25th and 26th. You can RSVP and learn more about it through the link in the description. We will journey through clearing, pleasure weaving, retrieval, and activation to help you emerge as a womb walker who embodies and walks the field. And if you're new here, I'm Leanna. Like I said, I've been doing this grid work journey. I'm also a psychic channeler, intuitive energy healer, priestess, and guide. And if this is the first video you've watched with me, I've explained many things before about the Ouroboros, the rainbow bridge, the tree of return, and the connection this has to closing the Ouroboros, a part of the mission that Matias De Stefano has been very public about and has been walking for many years. How it is complementary and a main part of that work, and how Robert Edward Grant is also a part of this, making a triadic energy, even though his work hasn't been super connected with Matias's before. So today, let's talk about why this physical womb field, embodied in human form, is the key. So when you impact the physical field around you through energetic work, you have to be able to match the energetic resonance and weave in the higher dimensional activations in a way that the field is ready to receive, that won't overwhelm or override, that is a match in harmonics, power, will, permission, and precision. Now, where we're at with the planetary network, with closing the Ouroboros, which is recohering time and memory, past, present, and future, ending a cycle and beginning a new one, we are at a place in the work with the planetary network, this reweaving of the cosmic map that Matias has been doing. That's goal is to reroute and return the connection of the earth to the heart of the all and recohere the network of the cosmic lattice. What is left now is the root and return part. The higher field, the mind-heart axis, has been primed, and now it needs to be directed to loop downward through the heart-womb axis and sing back to the all. And to do this, you need someone with the right energetic harmonics, the ability to hold all frequencies within their body and allow them to move through them. You need those embodied in physical form who know how to move the threads down into the heart-womb axis and can allow them to loop back and return through them. This is acting as a somatic stabilizer for the earth field. It's in training my own field and her own field at the same time to refine the rhythm, to allow her to breathe, scream, and sing back. It is like reopening a door that has been hidden, locked, and the key went missing. So you might be wondering, why can't Matias do this or someone on his team? Well, in simple terms, they were not built to do this. They did not choose to carry the role in this way. They may be able to spiral, but they can't hold. They may be able to loop, but they can't return. They may be able to descend, but not without distortion. And they may be able to connect the lattice, but not through both the depths and the heights at the same time. Are you familiar with the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice? Well, there are many ways to interpret this, and I have a few thoughts on the myth, but for simplicity's sake, let's go over one as sort of analogy for this. So Orpheus was a beautiful musician, and his wife Eurydice, who died from serpent venom snake bite. Orpheus, heartbroken when Eurydice died, journeyed to Hades to try to win his wife back. He played his lyre for Hades and Persephone, and it moved them to compassion. So they offered him an opportunity. He can retrieve Eurydice and walk back to the land of the living with her, as long as Eurydice stays behind him, and he never looks back at her and sees her until he crosses into the light of the living, where she will be restored to the realm of the living. He ventures all the way back through the underworld, and just before crossing back through to the light of the living, he grows concerned that he has been fooled, because he actually does not hear Eurydice behind him. After all, she's not yet fully alive, but in shadow form. So he does not trust. He grows fearful, and he looks back too soon. And when his eyes land on her, Eurydice moves like shadow back to the depths of the underworld. This might seem like a weird myth to compare this to, but why I'm sharing this is because Orpheus, in some interpretations, is known as a cult, which means of Persephone. Now, Persephone was a pro at rooting at the descent and the return through the womb waters, death, rebirth, and the cycles of time. In my memories, do you know how she managed the descent and return to Hades? She managed it with the full knowing of her field, her heart, her hands, and her body, not her eyes. Her womb, which allows her to navigate the unseen with felt knowing. Now, Orpheus may be of Persephone, but he is Persephone without the womb, without the full embodiment. And so he is not Persephone. He may be able to play beautiful melodies and see the score, but he does not allow himself to move with them, to discern the depths of the underworld, to trust the shadow, and know how to navigate the unseen waters without distortion. So maybe anyone can learn to navigate and trust the descent and return. But can they move the shadow into the light in coherence, stability, and sustainability? And to do that, that requires the physical womb space. While everyone has an energetic womb space, well, really, everyone has the axis point, the triangulation between root, heart, that creates the cauldron of the flame of joy and truth. The physical womb plays a specific role in connecting with the earth, the all, and the wombs in each. A physical womb space spirals creation out. A physical womb space is the bridge and gateway that allows you to impact physical matter, to birth and create. The womb space of the female form is divinely created to mirror sound, harmonics into a spiral vortex that signals sonars and creates hypersonic waves that can flow into your reality, into the physical on a larger scale than voice alone. But when you combine it with both, can impact atoms, space, time, the grid, and harmonic nodes. And the womb can do this because of its harmonic architecture in resonance with the throat. But the womb is created as a resonance chamber itself, formed by layers of muscle and water-rich tissue, fibers, and fascia. And I've already shared that when I do grid work, my womb is somatically working. It is spiraling and shaping the sound I sing so that it can enter the field, weave down into the roots, and activate the network as it needs to. So Matias and his work and others' work have moved higher dimensional energies, the parts of the cosmic map, into the mind-heart axis of Earth, activated and restored and recohered many parts of the grid. But now the rainbow bridge and the tree of return needs to be sung down, directed by the physical womb field into the heart womb field of the Earth, allowing her that opportunity to spiral the return back through me and sing the harmonic back to the heart of the all through the cosmic lattice. So the physical embodied womb is the most important key at this time to closing the Ouroboros. But I've also been talking, if you've been here, about the importance of the triadic field and triadic missions, and that my triadic group is Matias and Robert. So why am I saying it may be the only one that is needed to be physically embodied? Well, the physical triad to me is the highest expression of the mission that we set out to play, and it would help restore more than the planetary network and close the Ouroboros. But the planetary network is the most important right now for the collective resonance. Now, I personally much prefer collaborative work and teamwork because, like I said, I have more than this. We have more than this to work on, and I still trust that it can be met. But their choice not to step in does not sever the circuit. It only alters the mode of transmission and the way it is expressed. And Matias has already walked his physical path for this. His energy now is an anchor and stabilizer, a composer, not the sound. And Robert is the current and rhythm. But those do not need to be embodied by them for my part, or to be beside me. They're already in the field, and with the direction and support of Toth, who said he will sub in, the one at the heart, in the way that my field has already learned to navigate this alone, which is to pair the roles of anchor and current and rhythm with the elements, with the trees and waters around me. That's enough to close the cycle and begin a new one. Now, some of you are wondering, why is this part of my role alongside these people? There are many layers to this, and what I called the mission before the mission. The one to return Earth to the all, to restore the all by recohering the Earth field. That is the mission before the mission, with many layers and stories to how it has been expressed through time. Then there is the mission to right a wrong that could only be corrected through time, which is part of the same path. arching through time and space. It's the one assigned amongst the Atlantean survival colonies, the mission Matias remembers and has walked through. This Atlantean life was planned, the mission assignment known long before it was given. It is a midpoint, really, and an embodiment that shaped how the rest was expressed. And it was to teach from that resonance point that would allow the memories of Atlantis to return and be restored, the spark, the activation needed for the harmonic restoration to loop through. But it is not the full mission, only a fragment. But remember, I've also said previously, a part of me was also there, an embodiment that also received this assignment. In that colony, a part of me that looked out at the pyramids and wondered how I would do this. And then for the mission before the mission, one that Toth has told me we agreed to hold by any means necessary. For that mission, the southern flame and the north wind would be inverted, which is a loop of restoration and field tuning that would allow the loop to heal and recohere through the embodiment of navigating and reuniting north and south. It is a mirrored distortion, intentionally made to allow for the mirror fragments to return, to bring awareness to them for others, to heal them through ourselves and the all. And this inversion created the opportunity for confusion of mission threads, masked parts of the mind, and led some things astray. And pieces of our missions were intentionally swapped, memories shared, and roles mixed, partially for what needed to be mirrored in the collective for wider resonance, and partly to embody the restoration and collapse of mirror loops and mirror time by correcting the axis and alignment of poles within us before reuniting north and south. So my energy embodies the womb field, the southern flame hidden in the north. And Matias represents the north wind anchored in the south. And this is a place within myself I fully honor and understand, for I'm not mad at the mirror or what was needed to restore, only what keeps you from seeing it. And through my alignment with the all, the heart of the all, the lost mother energies that I channel, my energies were woven up the cosmic lattice through the soul resonance of the divine celestial bodies and through the earth field, heart and womb. So up and down. This is a process I went through for channeling to weave both polarities of my field into the height and into the depths, anchored through the heart of coherence. So when I say it's designed to do this, that my field was designed to do this, this is what I mean. And that is a role I chose to carry and embody. Not that others can't learn to know how to walk through the embodied womb field. They can. It's beneficial for both you and Earth. And which is why I'm doing this workshop later this month. But we all uniquely hold a different part, not more or less, just our own unique path. And just for fun, before I do YouTube videos, I usually listen to a song. And I would say one that mirrors this resonance, and one that I've long danced to before making YouTube videos, is Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. So if you want to have a dance around your living room, I suggest listening to that song. And whether all three of us choose to see what still lies beyond the mirrors and masks, the inversions that some of us have mistaken for completion, the work is still being done. And the choice is still there, and the Ouroboros will close. If you enjoyed this video, like always, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.